we're gonna get the old boat out.
February.
See if we can find some open water.
Never thought
Put the boat in.
Never thought we'd be doing this already.
Yeah.
Kind of excited though to see if we can find any open water.
Right?
I think we might get lucky. Be able to get her in. Maybe we'll see.
We might.
It's gonna be fun anyways.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, get this cover off. Make sure that everything's still good to go in her. Get it loaded up.
She hasn't been.
And see what we can find.
She hasn't been sitting in storage very long. I swear we just put this thing away.
No, it's only been about a month and a half, I think.
I swear we just put her away.
Yep. Well, stay tuned and see if we find some open water. Well, everybody, here we are on the boat.
We're floating.
We found some open water.
A lot of open water. Pretty impressive what we're seeing here.
Oh yeah. No telling if we'll catch anything, because a couple spots that I really wanted to fish still have ice, unfortunately. But we're getting closer. We're at least floating in the boat.
Well, I mean, we're floating and we're able to fish. That's a lot more than anybody else can say at this point as far as that goes, because there isn't any safe ice in our area.
No. Thought about pulling up to the ice and stepping off, but no.
Yeah, maybe for a later video.
Thin.
It's not warm enough for that yet, but it's not bad out here.
Yeah.
I brought the ice ride along with me though, so I'm still technically ice fishing, but that's what's great about this 42-inch rod that we have, is that was kind of the plan, is about to use it jigging over the side of the boat too.
Yep. Those real finicky bites. Or, you know, the water temp is, my Garmin's saying 37 degrees.
That's what mine says too.
So it's still very cold, so, you know, ice fishing, cold water tactics are going to be what we do. In shallow, it's not even much warmer. There's still a lot of ice on the lake. So it's not ready to just pound fish yet, but it's getting close. It's getting close. We're having a few fish kind of go around, and we're seeing some.
Seeing activity. I mean, obviously with the way the winter we've had, you're not going to have to worry about a die out or anything like that, as far as haven't had ice on this lake probably for 2 weeks is all it had. So
Yep.
We never even were able to fish on this lake ice season like we wanted, so
No.
never got out here once. We tried, but that was when we realized that it was already junk.
Yep, for sure. We have our new shuttles.
Yeah, these
out
are
here on the boat.
freaking awesome.
Ice Master shuttle. If you're thinking about getting a different shuttle for your live scope, I would definitely recommend these. Yeah, they're proving their worth as of right now.
The biggest thing for me is the cord. You know, that has a hole that goes through, and the cord goes through here and it comes out here, so your cord's over here. So you don't have like the original Garmin shuttle where you have the cord wrapped around the handle on top. So much easier to get what, you know, you just pull out what you need, push it back in, wrap it up in there, nice and zips up, and then you got this nice cover here. This is padded. You know, when you put it over top of there, it's going to protect your electronics. And then you got to put it right there, just like that, so it's out of your way. Nice little advertisement for them too, with the right there. You got your nice shoulder strap with the metal clips. That's very nice. Huge right there.
They know cold weather and plastic don't get along.
Yes, it's definitely constructed very well. It's really nice in here. You know, you got a power switch that, I mean, that's an extra that you got to get, but there's a switch that they give that you can have power on and off with the switch, and then they have the nice connector so you don't have to unplug your battery every time. So that comes with that switch as well, and that's big. You know, you don't have to unplug the battery and put the clips on there like you do with the other charger. So that's huge as far in my book, and keeping everything good and lasting longer.
Definitely.
And less problems and issues.
And the footprint.
Yes.
Like, you can see how much of the seat is left. It is not that big. I love how tight and compact everything goes in there. It's my favorite as of now. That's why we have them.
I was able to get it out on the ice one time, and boy was it worth it. I mean, it was so much easier to move it around, so much easier to haul in the sled, and then I didn't have to worry about the screen or anything because it was covered up when I was moving and stuff like that. Picking it up, you put it on your shoulder, grabbed the pole, grabbed your ice rod and your auger and everything, could carry it all at once.
Yep.
So much more compact and a lot lighter. That's the big thing. You know, a lot less heavy. And you know, the older you get, you're not toting around as much gear as you used to, so it's nice to have something a little lighter to move around.
Yep, yep. And we did find these carry handles right here, and you Velcro them together. The Summit pole and their pole, actually, we have those on order because they are awesome. You're gonna have to check them out. We'll definitely do a little review on them. But we slide them right through here on top, Velcro that, and then you can just grab the shoulder strap, put it on, and you're going. You're walking and not having to worry about holding anything but the shoulder strap on your shoulder.
And when you have it stored away like that, putting it in your vehicle or wherever you might haul this, I mean, mine always ends up in the truck with me because I don't like having it in the back or anything like that. That's too much money to, but when you have it in the vehicle with you, you know, you have it, just like he said, it's a lot easier to put the pole there, so you don't have to worry about it getting beat up or stepped on or anything like that. It's just much easier for your storage and more convenient, which in this day and age, convenience is a huge deal. And well, this does everything that you need out of it.
Absolutely. Well, I suppose enough of a plug on that, you know. As awesome as they are, I could just keep talking about them.
That's right.
And I got to talk about them again.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. We got more.
The room under here for battery storage is awesome. Absolutely awesome.
I think the 50 amp, up to a 50 amp battery will fit in there if that's something you need or something you want. So that's pretty cool. We got the 32 amp in there. Plenty good enough for what we do. Obviously Aaron in the boat, he's got actually a way to wire it up to a Dakota Lithium big battery.
Yeah.
And then he never has to worry about that thing going dead, ever.
Yep. I just wire it into the 12 volt 100 amp hour Dakota Lithium. And that has me set for days.
That'll get you a lot longer than the 32 amp will here. Nothing against the amp battery, but just saying that big Dakota Lithium battery will get you a week long without having to worry about charging anything. So.
Oh yeah.
That's always nice because, you know, you get off the water for a long day and the one thing you always forget about is maybe charging your electronics. You go out the next day and, well, darn it anyways.
Yep. Yep. Definitely. Or if, you know, you're taking a trip and you don't really have access to recharge everything. I mean, as expensive as lithium batteries are, they really hold their value and get you where you need to go. And I mean, the power is always there. They last so much longer, a lot less maintenance on them. And they're a lot lighter.
That's the big thing, is even on our Vexlars and Garmin's, the smaller ones, you know, putting a lithium battery in there, it's just crazy how much of a difference when you're carrying that thing, how much easier it is to move it from hole to hole when you're hole hopping. Like I said, convenience is a huge thing, and it's a lot easier to fish all day when you got something light like that. And you just have to remember how light it is, because sometimes you'll pick it up and about throw it across the lake. So
right. I had a fish move under me. I got a jig at him.
Yeah, like I said, we've been having some move through. What do we got here? 9 foot of water is what I think we're in.
Yeah, 8.5 to 9 foot, kind of floating back and forth.
Oh, here's a big mark coming through mine. I think that's probably a carp.
Is it?
Maybe, or, well, it might not be though. It was a pretty good sized mark. He's on the bottom.
Ooh, maybe it's Mr. Walter.
Ooh, we could have a walleye coming in. The thing about it is, you get this ice out, these fish, once the ice leaves, they get hungry.
Oh yeah. That water temp get up a little bit higher and it's gonna be on.
I can't wait. Like we keep talking about the spring bite. It's gonna be something, guys.
Yes.
It's gonna be something with everybody not being able to ice fish as much, and you know, I'm just thinking the caliber of fish that can be caught, and just, you know, it's just gonna be one we talk about for a long, long time.
Oh, absolutely.
And let's hope next winter's a little better. I mean, I don't mind being out here, you know, February 22nd, being out on the open water. Something that, if you would have told me after last winter that was possible, I would have just laughed at you pretty hard. But here we are.
Here we are.
I mean, it's all you can do. You know, fishing never stops. That's the best part about it, is when you got ice that's not fishable, you try to go find open water, or, you know, the river systems, the rivers start opening up, and guess what? Then the walleyes start getting going. Catfish, anything like that you like to target. Smallmouth, another big bite. Early on, you get ice out, the smallmouth will get real hungry. Throwing jerk baits, that's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
just nothing you can't do when you get to be able to get the boat back out.
Definitely.
That's why I love fishing. It never stops. You know, maybe your wife or girlfriend doesn't appreciate that, whatever, but it's one of those things that just never quits. You know, you go from one season to the next, but you're always able to fish.
Yeah. You might have like, you know, a little week gap in there, which that's all right.
Well,
take a little break.
Then you take the time to get all your stuff ready. See, that's what I mean by it never quits. You might not be able to get on the water, but then you can get all your open water gear out and go through everything, make sure everything's up to par, so when you get out there for the first time, you're not snapping lines and losing big fish.
Right, right. Yep. Yeah, if you're hesitant on putting line on your reels for open water this year, just do it. Trust me, just do it. If you're thinking about doing it, go get some line and re-spool them.
It doesn't take much time.
Because there's nothing worse than when you hook into that fish, and you all know what I'm talking about, that fish.
That one.
And then your line breaks. It is gut-wrenching.
Yes. Those are when you learn lots of new words.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or the kids learn lots of new words, whatever it may be.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
The only time that I told my son Ryder he's allowed to say cuss words is if he loses a big fish. That's when it's acceptable, and that's it. So, you know, that's just what it is. That's how things work.
Oh, man.
I don't know if anybody else parents like that, but that's my only, you know, get out of jail free card right there.
Drop a comment below. I want to see this. Oh, gosh.
Boy, it is just beautiful out here.
It is. I don't have my bibs on or anything. I got my vest on, a sweatshirt.
I got my coat on, but I just brought it out. I could take that off right now. It's just the wind's perfect. And
well, the windshield of this nice Lund boat kind of cuts the wind down a little bit.
You got me there. You got me there.
That makes it a lot nicer.
Sure is nice. But hey, that's what you get if you come on a guided trip with us. You got this beautiful boat to sit in. We've got all the stuff. You just got to show up with your fishing license and proper clothing, and off we go.
Yep.
Can't beat that, right?
Absolutely. Well, might tootle around a little bit more, see if we can find some more active fish. These fish, they're kind of swimming back and forth. They're not being real active, but we'll see what we can find. Hopefully we can keep the camera going as we keep fishing here. Maybe we'll have to move lakes.
Yeah, I
don't know. We'll see what we have time for today.
We'll see if we can find another lake that's got some open water. You never know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're just not getting the activity. The fish that are active are still under ice.
We don't really want to take this fancy Lund and bust ice with this. I know it's not. If we had my old, we had the old Alumacraft out here, we'd send her. I ain't too worried about that bad boy, but we don't want to do that to the nice Lund. I mean, it could probably handle it just fine.
I'm sure it could, but I don't need to scratch the hole up.
Like I said, the old Alumacraft, you'd have some pretty good footage if we were in that baby. We might just send her.
Oh God!
Send her right through the middle of it.
Well, next time we're taking that.
No, we're seeing fish. Not a bunch of schooled up fish like we thought we would.
Just
but
a single here and there, and they're not real interested.
So
water temp's only 37 degrees, so they're pretty dormant still.
So we just gonna go find a different body of water, do a little driving, spend some gas money, and see if we can't find another lake that's got some open water that we can put her in.
Absolutely. We'll get the boat loaded up and on the road.
Stay tuned. Ready?
Yep.
I'll try to get in as gracefully as I can. I mean, quack.
Did I hear a duck yet?
You might have heard a duck in there. My bad. I didn't know the camera was on.
It's the best time.
Well, here we go.
We're on a new body of water. Woohoo! Found some more open water. There's actually quite a bit of ice still, but we're gonna try what's open. At least we had an open boat launch. I'm good with it.
Yeah, I like what I see here. We should be able to find a few fish. We'll see if they want to bite. But
yeah, I hope so. All right. Where are we gonna find fish? Well,
Whatever your sixth sense gut tells us, right?
yeah.
You didn't get the nickname Legend by not figuring that stuff out. Yeah,
there's a lot of geese out here.
Yeah, there is.
Holy cow. They're everywhere.
They're not gonna like us.
No, they're not.
A lot of this ice looks like it'd be pretty. If we had my boat, we'd probably be able to bust right through it all the way through where we wanted to go.
I think you probably could. It looks very flimsy.
It won't be long. This will be opened up all the way pretty soon, so that's good to see.
Yeah.
Crazy that that's how things are, but you got to do things. You got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely. I want to fish, so
here we are.
Even though we're not really having the greatest of luck, because there's a whole bunch of ice still on the lakes, we are in the boat and we're fishing.
I mean, the catching part's just the bonus side of it, just being out here and relaxing and enjoying the beautiful views that you have, sun shining.
Yeah.
Can't ask for much more than this.
No, definitely not.
If we get one fish topside, it'll be a successful day, I think.
Absolutely. Hopefully we can do that. We will see. We will see. Well, I'm sure you guys don't want to just watch us buzz around and look and look and look for fish, so.
Well, he's just kind of showing you what we do, though, like body of water. We'll get here. You do more driving around than you do fishing. It's kind of crazy, but you're looking at your sonar. You don't fish until you find fish, see fish. You know, you don't waste any time. That's what's great about the new technology and how you use it.
Absolutely.
And we're not using the live scopes, you know, right away. We use the live scopes. Once we find a spot, we mark it. We'll keep cruising. Then once we turn around, we'll come back to that spot. Then we'll put the live scope down to see what they are, possibly, you know, what we got there. Looking at it that way, but the side scan and side imaging is just key. It's crazy what they can do and the things you can see down there with that.
Yep, for sure. Side scan is huge. When I can go through the water with the boat between 3 and 7 miles an hour and be able to find fish on the side scan, I can cover a lot of water until I start fishing.
So we're looking at 46 degrees right now according to this one, so that's way better than the last body of water. Much better.
We might do some trolling in real shallow along the shoreline.
Might not be a bad idea. We'll see what it brings to us, but
yeah,
liking what we see so far.
Absolutely. Well, we're gonna keep tootling around and see what we can find for fish, and hopefully we'll be bringing some topside for you guys.
Yes.
Well, guys, it's still a little early yet. Still a little early. As much as we want to catch fish, it's definitely tough. Fish that we could get close to were definitely skittish of the trolling motor, which was kind of weird already. But, you know, nonetheless, it was fun actually getting the boat out and being able to look around for different fish and see where they're going to start staging up for spawn. And I mean, having to fish around all the ice that's still on the lake kind of makes it a little tough because you can't really get to a lot of the spots that I wanted to anyways.
Like you said though, we got a lot of spots now that we've seen and marked and found just by cruising around the lake and being out here. So when that bite starts getting closer and the bite window will get better, then we're gonna know right where to go and we ain't gonna have to mess around. So it's never a bad time to be out on the water no matter what's going on.
No, absolutely
and we
not.
just wanted to get a jump on things. If we would have caught a couple fish, great.
Yeah.
No big deal.
More so just a searching mission, have fun, toodaloo around on the boat a little bit. The ice that we did go by pretty close, that was a little sketchy, but it was kind of cool watching the waves move the ice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that whole entire sheet is moving up and down with water underneath of it. That's pretty neat to see.
Yeah.
And we could hear the ice just, you know, eating away, or the waves hitting it and eating away at the ice the whole time when we were by it, so it's pretty cool.
Yep. Absolutely.
But
you just got to watch out for the little floating chunks.
Yeah, you gotta
Those will get you.
Go a little slower there for that stuff. But
Yep.
still a lot of fun being out here. I said it beats being anywhere else, and getting the boat out and having some fun, nothing beats that.
Yep, for sure. So as always, thank you guys for watching our videos. Sorry that we didn't get a fish caught on this video. Hopefully some of the video stuff you guys learned something from. I know showing you the shuttles, that's those shuttles for the Garmin Live Scope. And I believe that you can put the other live optics in there. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, showing you that, showing you kind of what we do and how we break down water when we're out here cruising around. So basically it's a lot of driving around, not a lot of fishing. People are like, why didn't you got a line on the water? It's like, well, that's how you do things. You drive around and look at your sonar and see where there's fish, you're marking it, and you see where you have the best area that there's a lot of fish, and you go back, then you start fishing it. But if you don't see fish, there's no reason to even try to fish it.
Yep, pretty much. We burned through 3/4 of a tank of fuel, so
yeah.
we definitely did some water travel on the water that we could travel.
Now we know the boat's ready for the guide season. That was the biggest thing. Make sure she's ready to go for the spring bite when it gets here, which it won't be long.
No,
early March is going to be interesting. I don't think we're going to have to wait till April. But once again, the forecast could change as we have some 28s and 30s and 70s, and I don't even want to talk about it. But lots of ups and downs where things don't level out, and that's not always that great when your weather's all over the place, as we found for the winter season.
Yep, for sure. But give us a thumbs up, like, share, don't forget to subscribe. Until the next one, we'll put some fish on the hopefully top side.
Thanks
for
guys.
watching.